Hey guys, it's Carrie. I wanted to do the Savior's Champion tag in honor of the soon-to-be released Savior's Champion by Jenna Moreci. I've talked about her before, I think, on my channel. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. I can binge watch her videos till freaking Judgment Day, and I've read her first book, Eve the Awakening, which was amazing. She is a wonderful person, an amazingly talented author, self-published, like I hope to be. And in anticipation for her next book coming out on the 24th, one of the members of her street team created this tag, and each thing on the tag you can use a book or a character from a book. Jenna actually cheated and did movies as well. As I was coming up with some of the answers for the some of my own answers, I actually threw in a couple movies and a TV show. So I'm kind of cheating too. But it's what I came up with. It's what I felt was best in my experience to answer the questions. So I got my little paper here, and I'm going to answer the questions. And I'm going to link the original tag, or the creator of the original tag, and Jenna's channel, and my blog post about the Savior's Champion, because I was fortunate enough to receive a media kit for her release day blitz. So I wrote up a blog post, and I seriously fangirled for a solid 10 minutes. When I got this email, I had no expectations whatsoever, because I had applied to be an ARC reviewer and on her street team, and both times I was not selected. So to get a media kit to help promote her book was just like, oh, finally. So yeah, so definitely check out all the links down below, and let's get on with the tag. Number 1, SP Love. Give a shout out to a self-published author. I unfortunately have not read a whole lot of self-published authors. I'm getting there though. I do want to one day. I'm working on getting more stuff, but right now I haven't been able to buy books lately. So the only one that oh, no. That's not true. I'm going to change my answer, because I had Jenna on here. Well, this is a small press publisher. So it's traditional publishing, but it's not like the big 5, I guess you would say. So I'm going to say my friend Sandy. Sandy Wyndham wrote a historical, somewhat fantastical story called The Pink Tourmaline. I read it a while ago, shortly after the release. It was my goal to finish reading it before she came to visit me for my wedding. Didn't happen. I finished it shortly after, but it is so good. I need to reread it again, because it was just, there was so much going on. There's a mystery, there's time travel, there's a little bit of magical stuff in it. It's just so good, and I can't say anything more than that, because you guys have to go read it. I will link her book below. I will link her blog. She is a fantastic person. She's a sweetheart. She's my critique partner. I could gush about Sandy forever. So definitely check her out. Number 2, Fantasy Love. Show love to a fantasy novel or series that influenced or impacted you. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go with a TV series. I'm going to go with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which has comic books, so technically could count for this, maybe? I don't know. I don't care. I'm counting it. Buffy was, there's no other word for it than obsession. When I was a teenager, I wanted to marry Xander. In fact, I got to meet Nick Brendan a couple of years ago, and he is just as adorable in person. I love him so much. He's so sweet. Just like Xander. And like my life revolved around that TV show. It was ridiculous. And actually I was rewatching a couple of the later seasons recently because I was trying to see how they captured particular emotion, mainly how people handle grief in like the wrong way, I guess, like taking it, how to say this, negative ways of coping, dwelling on it, focusing on revenge, that kind of thing. And the sixth season of Buffy captures that so well. Because when a beloved character dies, shit gets dark. No other way to say it. Shit gets dark. And the Scooby Gang has to come together and help one of their own. And if you haven't watched Buffy, if you haven't watched this series, this season, I'm not gonna say more than that because you guys have to watch it, and it's emotional and wonderful and stressful, and I just love it. So I was sad that I had to return those DVDs back to the library, but I didn't own that season, so okay. Question number 3. True Love, a book with healthy relationships. I'm going to go with another movie. I'm going to go with The Decoy Bride. It stars David Tennant and the actress whose name escapes me right now, but she does the voice of Merida in Brave. And it is just an adorable movie. It's about that David Tennant plays a writer, and he is engaged to an actress who is being tired of being hounded by the paparazzi. So they go to a Scottish island in the middle of like nowhere, to this super remote place to try and have a secret ceremony. And the girl that plays Merida, her character gets pulled in and they butt heads. There's a little bit of like some drama, but it's not bad. It's just really cutesy, and the ending is just so sweet, and yeah, I love it. It's so adorable. Who made me watch that? Was it my friend Lisa? Somebody made me watch it, and I fell in love. It was so cute. And I think it was made just before David Tennant went on Doctor Who, I want to say, like early 2000s. But it's on Netflix. It's super cute. The Decoy Bride. I love it. So check it out. Number 4. Representation, a book with all the diversity. I'm going to cheat again and do a movie. The best one I think that came to mind is Pacific Rim. I don't know why. Maybe Guardians could count too because of all of the different aliens they have as they're traveling. But I think Pacific Rim fits this pretty well too. If you haven't, the sequel's coming out this year and it looks pretty sweet. But yeah, there's British, there's Idris Elba is one of like the lead commanders. There are Asian characters. There's people, Australian people come from all over the world that are a part of this team to defeat these giant monsters. And it is just a wild ride. I've seen a majority of the first one. I haven't seen it in full. I need to, like, one day when it's on TV, or if Joe has the DVD, I need to sit down and just fully watch it from start to finish. But yeah. Number 5, Tobias, a book with a gentle warrior. Okay, I didn't write anything down for this one, so I have to think for a sec. I don't know. I'm going to end up using this one a lot now that I think about it. I guess Katniss could kind of be considered, or not, or maybe Peeta from the Hunger Games. Because the way Jenna describes Tobias is he's an unwilling participant in this bloody tournament. He's a creative and a caregiver. He just wants to do his art and take care of his family. So I guess I could describe Peeta, because he is an artist as well, and he's just trying to look out for the people he loves. I'm kind of stuck on this one. Why didn't I write anything down? Crap. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go with Peeta because I have no other answer. Oh, why my computer's doing this? Okay, my screen was all funky. Okay, yeah, Peeta, because I have no other idea right now. I didn't think hard enough on this one. Number 6 is Deadly Beast, a monster of a character. I have 2. I have Prince John from the Scarlet Trilogy, because he is freaking terrifying. And along the same lines as Prince John is probably President Snow. You get to see how much more of a monster he is in the movies. Because the books are all Katniss's POV. But I liked how the movies kind of expand and you get glimpses of the outside world. So you really get to see how bloodthirsty and out for his own, like, President Snow is. Coin becomes just as bad. But Prince John is like, I mean, I know in all of the Robin Hood adaptations, he is the bad guy. You know he's evil. But the things that he does in this version in Scarlet, he's like, it gives me chills. Because he is just absolutely without remorse, full on, very bloodthirsty. And the things he does, the torments that he inflicts upon his people, is genuinely terrifying. And so that makes you want to root for the group all the more, Robin Hood and everybody else. But it's just Number 7, Peaches, a book with hella symbolism. First thing that popped to mind, Hunger Games. The Hunger Games, the games themselves being reference to the gladiatorial combats of the Roman Empire, the state of the country, the districts, is kind of what happens when, I don't know how to explain it. When there's too much power for the government and they stamp down any opposing views with extreme brutality. Yeah. And I don't know how else to explain it. Mostly the Roman Empire stuff, the gladiatorial combats to appease the people and distract them from everything else that's going on. Number 8, Brutal Battles, a book with the best fight scenes. I'm going to go with Jenna. Her first book, Eve the Awakening. Ugh. So good. Eve the Awakening is a sci-fi novel. It's about a girl who is a more evolved form of human. So she's taller, she's faster, she's stronger, she's just all around just and her race or species, whatever, they're called chimeras, and they are insanely discriminated against. So she goes to the school to try and start over. And once people figure her out, she deals with a lot of stuff, a lot of rough stuff. And she takes a self-defense class, and she gets to beat the living daylights out of somebody that she cannot stand. And the fight that they have, and you're reading it and you're just going, I almost felt some of the stuff that was happening. Jenna has an eye for detail, and it makes those fight scenes very cringe. Very, very, very cringe. But it's so good. Number 9, Not What It Seems, a book with a crazy plot twist. I'm going to have to go again with Scarlet. A.C. Gaughan. There is a reveal in the end of the first book. And Joe thought I was crazy when I got to this part. I'm not going to say what it is. But Joe thought I was crazy because I'm sitting there going, what? What? Are you kidding me? What? And I couldn't read for a few minutes because I was trying to process this whole twist. And it happens again in, is it the second or third? I think it's the third? Second? One of the two. Second book. I think it's the second book, towards the end of the second book. And there's another twist. And I was just, I just could not contain my excitement and shock. And, it was so out of left field, but it fit perfectly. And I loved it. And the last question, self-love. Talk about your work in progress. I've been reviewing Witches of Coolersville. I discovered the read aloud feature in Microsoft Word now. If you have 2016, I don't know if any other older versions have it, but I just discovered it. I've been setting this to read my manuscript out loud, and I'm, making little things here and there. If I miss a word or I duplicate a word or, something like that, really helping a lot. Then I have the second book, which I'm going to do the same thing, New Witch on Campus. And then the third book is called Sins of the Mother. And that's what I'm actually writing right now. The other two I'm finishing up reviewing so I can, find an editor and get them out into your hands. Book 3 follows, where book 1 and 2 follow more of Tara's point of view. She's the main character that the story starts off with. because she travels to Coolersville to live with her grandmother, finds out she's a witch through various means, and chaos and drama ensue. And one of the characters she meets that she actually becomes very close friends with is Marissa Sanderson. And where Tara is very quiet and keep to herself, kind of shy, more introverted, Marissa is definitely an extrovert. And she loves to be the center of attention, and she's fun-loving, and always trying to coax Tara out of her shell, which is so much fun to write. And she had a rough early childhood. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'll mention it in the books, but her mother took off when she was 5. Her father died when she was 2, and her mother took off when she was 5. After a huge argument with Marissa's grandparents, which would be her parents. So she was raised by her grandparents. Her grandfather dies a few years later. So she was mostly raised by her grandmother, whom she's very close to. And about a year before book 1 starts, Nana has a severe stroke, and she's been in a nursing home for almost a year. Because her recovery has just been really difficult. So, you see how she's adjusted in the first 2 books, and her closeness to her grandmother and to Tara's grandmother, who was like a surrogate parent to her for so many years. And I really wanted to explore more of this story with her mother. So, if you can guess by the title, Cassandra did something bad, and it comes back to haunt poor Marissa. And I can't say much more than that because spoilers. But it's been so much fun to write. This is definitely one of the darker stories that I've written. And it's only the 3rd book. So, we could be getting a little more down that path. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, it's, writing from Marissa's point of view has been really different. But it's been easy. Like, it's been a lot easier than I thought. It's just been a shift, I guess. And I find myself wanting to fall back more to Tara's voice, even if I'm in Marissa's head, if that makes any sense. As I try to do, like, I find myself trying to make her more hesitant and quiet than she actually is. And that's not Marissa. So, yeah, and she's very much a no-nonsense, you screw up, she's gonna tell you kind of person. And if you ignore her, she's gonna be on you, bugging you to no end about it, because she cares. So yeah, that's what I've been working on, as well as trying to get the other 2 published, but we'll get to that. I'm trying to get as much writing done as I can. So if I have like 4 or 5 books written and nearly edited, nearly at completion in terms of my self edits, then all I have to do is find a professional editor, a cover designer, and boom, 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 set out a publication schedule. And then I can keep working on the rest of the series. So that was the Savior's Champion tag. I will have all of the links to Jenna and everything else down below. It's going to be a big list, but that's okay. So definitely check out all of the links in the description. And I will have another video up soon. Actually, tomorrow is going to be another plan with me. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye!